Australia might be having a population debate at the moment, but back in the 1950s and 1960s, things were very different. We just couldn't get enough new Australians. And that post-war boom is the subject of an exhibition on at the South Australian Migration Museum that runs till the end of next month. It's called Home is Where the Heart Is. More than 50 years ago, the new satellite city of Elizabeth was built to help house some of the tens of thousands of migrants arriving in South Australia.
You know, Ron, this new town and all these new people coming here is good for all of us, really.
This Housing Trust film is part of the exhibition called Home is Where the Heart Is, and it takes us back to the boom times of the 1950s and 1960s.
Well, let's hope they're as happy about it as we are, eh? How about you, Yope? You're glad you came here, aren't you?
Yes, indeed. It is a good place to live. We got our differences. I do not yet speak English so well, but we get on.
With an actor playing the part of the Dutch migrant, this film is more a piece of propaganda from the Playford era than a genuine glimpse of our past. By contrast, the rest of the exhibition is built around the true stories of real families. Some are refugees forced to migrate, and others chose to come simply for the chance of a better life at a time when you could get a one-way ticket to Australia for £10 and the children under 19 travelled for free.
We're a social history museum, and our focus is always the people and what history meant to people who were living it at that time. And so there are some really wonderful stories in this exhibition, and in particular the photographs which we've been loaned for this exhibition just tell amazing stories of people overcoming hardship and working very, very hard to build a new life here.
One of the most eye-catching photos is from a family clearly head over heels about their new life in Australia.
That's the Kiss family who came from Hungary. And we're not sure who the gentleman doing the handstand is. It's interesting because the Kiss family lived in Holden packing crates while they built their first house. And one of the other families we feature, the Fedoshinsky family from Russia, also lived in Holden packing crates. So I'm not sure how common the practice was, but we've unearthed at least 2 cases of it happening. And the Fedoshinsky family have actually loaned us one of their house plans. It's amazing to see some of the parallels emerge of people and how they lived and what they went through in order to give their children a better future in Australia.
Remember, they were both from Madrid, you know. They used to live in the centre of Madrid. Isabel was an actress, my mother was a cook in a hotel. Here they are in Wales sitting by the rainwater tank.
Rosa Garcia came to South Australia when she was 5 after her family fled from the Franco regime in Spain. The Garcias have provided photos for the exhibition and their house key from Madrid.
It's the key to the house I was born in. My oldest daughter is actually turning 21 this year, and late last year my father dug through his belongings and he brought out this long key, and he said, "Oh, you should give this to Molly for her 21st birthday." And of course it was the key that it was his own bachelor key for his house, and he had turned it in the lock when we were leaving for Australia, put it in his pocket, and that's the last, that we saw of our house in Spain. So it's quite significant. It's very special to me, yeah.
Alberto Pancotti was born in 1962. He was the first of his family to be born in Australia, and he's become somewhat of a family historian, collecting and cataloguing hours of his Uncle Dino's home movies. He's donated copies of the films to the Migration Museum, and he's very proud of his late uncle's work.
I think it's fantastic. It's like I thought maybe one day, hopefully, it would be shown. Knowing that many other people never had the chance of shooting footage like this.
Sweet, sweet memories you gave me. You can't beat the memories you gave me.
These Super 8 gems from the 1960s capture the fun-packed life of an extended Italian family. Everything from family picnics and days at the beach to traditional winemaking in the backyard. And one section showing his Aunt Giovanna making and serving gnocchi to the family. It now forms a central part of an exhibition space depicting a 1960s kitchen. Giovanna no longer has her 1960 kitchen, but she still serves traditional Italian food to her family. Giovanna lost her beloved husband Dino 2 years ago, And although she can't watch his film footage of their life together without feeling sad, the movies are still magic memories.
2 sips of wine.
My memory is beautiful. I can complain. It was beautiful. Now it's good too because I got the children. Made me happy. I got 3 children. They love me very much.
And you finally got a new kitchen after 50 years.
After 50 years, a new kitchen.
For daughter Elisa, the old movies are also a vital link to her childhood. She says her father was clearly aware he was capturing a part of history, and his family's experience was something he wanted his children to be able to remember forever. And now the next generation can look back on it as well.
You know, it was just amazing just to have all that. We look back now and we think, it's just so lucky to have all those memories. Very lucky.